How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about this NFL situation, the protest, the controversy, the Super Bowl, the halftime show, all that stuff. I didn't want to say anything. I've been watching it for quite a while now, probably for some weeks and some months, but I think the big story that came out that made me kind of just go over the edge and do something like in the video was when they're talking about Gladys Knight singing her national anthem. You got guys on the internet calling her a coon, a Uncle Tom, a sellout. I'm like, wait a minute. Let's just pump our brakes, back up a little bit. Gladys Knight is a woman who was well-respected, almost like 75-something years old. She was alive during the real time in America where there was some real turmoil. What we got going on today is nothing compared to what was going on back then. So y'all got to respect her for that. But I'm going to digress for now. I got to back up a little bit in case you're a little bit lost. The big game has been protested by a lot of people in the music industry. Cardi B, Rihanna, they said they don't want to do the halftime show because they want to stand with Kaepernick. Travis Scott is a rapper. He came out and said, I'll do the show under one condition. I need the NFL to give a sizable donation to a charity called Dream Corps. They have all kind of leftist initiatives in the actual charity that I think the left will like. Green energy, prison reform, stuff like that. Maybe, as I'm thinking, he's thinking that that might be enough for them. It's not. People like Jay-Z are kind of saying things behind the scenes. Kaepernick saying things behind the scenes. And what's making it bad is that Kaepernick is not talking a lot, but his girlfriend is doing the talking. A news report came out that Travis Scott and Kaepernick had a phone conversation and they had mutual respect for one another. They didn't agree, but it was mutual respect. She came out and said, ain't no mutual respect. He's working against Kaepernick, this, that, and the third. My question is to Kaepernick, what are you actually fighting for, sir? What is your end game with this whole NFL protest? Okay, you've been protesting the NFL for years at this point. Are you trying to get your job back? See, the thing about Kaepernick, he doesn't really talk too much. If you go down his Twitter feed, you see a bunch of retweets. He's so quiet, he won't even type. Because some people, they don't really speak a lot verbally, but they type a lot. So they can communicate with you some way. He doesn't even do that. He's really just a tight-lipped person. So if you see on his Twitter, it's a retweet with some kind of graphic that says that he should be in the league. It was a poll taken, and like 95% of the guys that are in the league says that he should still be there. He retweeted that, but at the same time, he's protesting the league. So I just don't understand. You don't want Travis Scott to perform. You don't want anybody to perform during the halftime game if they're black, I suppose, because it's all about black power, right? We'll get to that in a moment. At the same time, you want to play in the league. Then you have guys like Jay-Z who are in the background trying to convince people to not perform during the big game. But Jay-Z has a marketing company called Roc Nation, record label marketing company, whatever. And he has NFL athletes signed to that company, like Todd Gurley. He's been on the NFL sidelines this season, 2018, 2019, hanging out with the NFL players, talking to his clients. So, Jay-Z, let me get this straight. You're saying that Gladys Knight, you know, a 75, 74-year-old woman who is well-respected, a legend in the game, somebody that should be in the museum somewhere, really, for her just legendary status, you're saying that she should not go to the big game to sing the national anthem. You're saying Travis Scott should not go and perform during the halftime show because of the protest against the NFL, but you get to have NFL players on your actual company giving you money? How does it make any sense? You're making money directly from the NFL and the NFL players, but others can't even get promotion for being affiliated with them? How does it make any sense? Explain. And then on top of that, why are we not talking about the actual athletes that are on the field playing the game? Okay? Because the whole thing is, if you want to say that being against Kaepernick is going to the halftime show to perform, why is it that playing in the NFL making money is also not being against Kaepernick? By the same logic you apply it to Travis Scott and Gladys Knight, you should also apply it to the NFL players. People that are performing during the big game don't even get paid. It's all about marketing. But guys that are on the field are getting paid, and they're not kneeling anymore. So what are we really doing? It doesn't make any sense. And back to Kaepernick not speaking a lot. His girlfriend, which really is handler for real, is doing all the talking. And she doesn't even really talk that much on the radio show about this as far as I know. And for wrong, let me know in the comment section below. But what she does, she goes online and posts a bunch of stuff on Instagram. A lot of hateful things. And then the whole thing is wrapped in the cloak and the guise of pro-blackness. How does that make any sense when the NFL is like 75% black and you're encouraging people to not watch the games, to not do the halftime shows, to not support the NFL? Make that make sense. If the league is 75% black and you're trying to hurt the NFL economically, you're hurting the guys that work in the NFL economically. The NFL is probably the largest collection of black millionaires on planet Earth. And on top of that, a lot of them got criminal history, felonies, misdemeanors, all kind of stuff, troubled backgrounds. But yet the NFL is a place where there's not a whole lot of judgment going on. It's all about being a meritocracy. What can you do on the field? Apparently, Kaepernick couldn't do that much on the field, which is why he's not in the league. All right. And then on top of that, you want to be an anti-NFLer. Why would the NFL employ a mole essentially to work in the league? If you're going to be on Twitter retweeting negative things about the league, your general presence and the things you wear, you got socks with police officers as pigs. You have all kind of negative imagery. Why would they have you in the actual league? Why? Why would any team get you? It'd be a distraction from the press. They'd constantly be in the locker room asking you about social issues and all kind of stuff. Some would say, what's wrong with that? Well, do you go to your job at the water cooler talking about social issues? If you had a camera crew coming in there every day interrupting the copy machine, how are you going to really be able to get work done? It doesn't make any sense. Ticket sales will go down. They already went down like 20-30% because of all the antics from Colin Kaepernick. And then on top of that, he just probably wouldn't be that productive because he's more worried about his social platform and trying to become some kind of revolutionary. At the end of the day, as I close, to anybody talking about Gladys Knight, you have to be ashamed of yourself. This is a respected woman, a legend in the game, museum worthy. This is somebody that you see in the textbook. Okay, we're talking about R&B and black history. She's there. You know, it's almost like if MLK came back and said, let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, national anthem. Y'all will call him a coon or Uncle Tom or a sellout. It's ridiculous. Travis Scott got money to go to a charity that y'all like, but that's somehow a bad thing. He didn't even get paid. The money that he generated went to a charity. But you have no problem, Jay-Z, employing guys that actually get paid from the NFL. They get more money from the NFL than they give back to any charity, and that's fine. You get plenty of money from them and your company to make you richer. So you're able to take your wife and go to Europe and do music videos and stuff like that, right? It's so stupid, this whole thing. If you really, with this whole pro-black thing, you will support the NFL because these guys that are playing, they got families, they got moms, dads, uncles, cousins, grandmas, kids, they got to take care of, and themselves. If you are an American citizen, you would support a Gladys Knight for wanting to bring the national anthem away from a place of negativity into a place of unity. She wants to remove all the political stuff around it and have it be what it's supposed to be about, which is about being an American, being proud, and that's pretty much it. So what do you think? Do you think that Jay-Z is correct to tell people like Travis Scott and others to not go to the halftime show and perform during the big game? If so, why? If you think that way, then explain to me how he's able to have clients in the Roc Nation that are in the NFL and make money off of that. Isn't that a double standard? Isn't he a hypocrite? How do you feel about Colin Kaepernick and his handler? Really, it's his handler because he don't say anything. He's just the face of the movement, but he doesn't say anything. It's his girlfriend that does all the talking. Is she a problem? Is she the reason why he's not in the league anymore? Remember when he was trying to get on the Ravens and she posted a picture of the Ravens owner and Ray Lewis as master and slave, and then it was over. Ray Lewis went to bat for Colin Kaepernick, supported that man. really brought the idea of signing him to the owner's ear, and she does that. Who's really in control here? As a man, you got to take control of your own life and not let it be dictated by nefarious outside sources like that girl you call a girlfriend. That's all I got to say for now. Whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.